Hi my loves, welcome to Mystic Mantra. My name is Sandra Thomason, the creator of Mystic Mantra. I am a professional tarot reader, astrology reader, chakra, Reiki healer, and so on. And so on. I'm back. Welcome back to everyone who's tuning in today for a weekly energy reading, and welcome to anybody who's new and just joining for the first time. Love and light, many blessings, and just remember this is a sacred space, so I want you all to feel and welcome that sacredness and that connection, and just take whatever resonates, whatever you feel resonates with you. I'm just cleaning up my lavender. Sorry, excuse me, I'm filming this for the first time on YouTube because I really want you guys to see the cards that come out along with the planet alignments. So let's start off with the planets, which I've taken notes and written down. Now we got, and my screen's gone blank, that's all right, I've written most of it down. All right, so Jupiter enters back into Pisces, which brings a massive healing energy along with blessings. So wherever Jupiter goes, it brings gifts, alignments, good luck, personal improvements, and knowledge. So you kind of got to think like Jupiter's very adventurous, and because it's in the sign it co-rules Pisces, after this year's ups and downs, we're kind of like sealing it and starting fresh with a big cosmic kiss from the skies into the signs that rules compassion, love, wishes coming true, and true love. So real strong manifesting energy. Venus is still retrograde, so as she's drawing her energy inward, you are guided to everything that feels like you're really connecting. Venus is connected to the love, so there might be old love thoughts coming up, old relationships that are being rounded back up into your heart. I feel like Venus is connected to your heart chakra, so this makes sense how with you're gonna kind of have like old relationships, old past lovers coming back, or old thoughts and old feelings. So this, I think we've got another 22 days of feeling like this, but she really draws inwards, and she really she wants you to feel and connect as well with your own feelings of love and just anything to do with love. She's a goddess. It's a goddess planet. So it's really focusing that energy on your heart and past relationships and how you got to where you are now. Now, with this knowledge from Jupiter, you can call in and accept these blessings on your terms. So that is good. we need that kind of energy. Mars and Saturn together is acting as a guardian, and it has like a really strong protective energy. But on the other hand, lockdowns. It has a lockdown energy as well. So I'm looking at both sides of the fence with this, and I feel like the 29th of December is when Mars and Saturn together. So I feel like that protective energy, there might be more lockdowns, more restrictions. When you think of the planet Saturn and you think of like the round rings of restrictions, that is what I look for. I look for Pluto and Saturn together, but we've got Mars. So Mars is like, Mars's energy is very heated, and it's very, what's the word? It can be sexual energy as well, so connecting, and it can be also, again, very protecting. So it's a very heavy energy. It's very dense. Now, but your mind is sharp, powerful, and your words and intentions hit the universe like a gong. I had to do that. All right, 29th, Mercury. Everything is happening on the 29th. There is a lot of planets all aligning on the 29th. Now, 29th, we've got Mercury conjuncts Venus on December 29th. So it's focusing again with Venus. And Mercury's got to do with your communication style, your mental process. Venus, who you love, what attracts you, what you want more of. So I feel like this energy, when you're talking to people, if you've got a love interest, then I would watch how you communicate on the 29th of December, especially if you're trying to make plans for somebody on New Year's Eve. So just watch how you talk to somebody around that date, just in case they take it the wrong way, and don't overthink things. There might be a feeling of overthinking things. Now, what else have I written? Pisces is letting go, the dreamer, the underworld, spiritual, and the arts, and Jupiter, expansive, highlighting Pisces energy, but luck in love. I really do feel like this is a blessing. We're coming out of what we just went through, but there is going to be a lot of sealing the deals. I keep hearing that word just keeps coming to me. We're going to be sealing the deal. So if you're in a relationship and you're unsure, I feel like this will be the time that you will seal the deal. You will get engaged. There will probably be a lot of engagements, or there will be a lot of, okay, I don't want this. This is not who I want. You will really be mentally focusing inward on what it is you want to create and plant seeds that you do want further to bring into 2020. But it will highlight Pisces energy. And remember, Pisces energy is Pisces are very intuitive. So I feel like you will be really intuitively drawn and knowing what it is that you want, what is good for your heart, what do you want in relationships. All right, beautifuls, let's pull the cards. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and make this really quick, but I will be focusing on a big one for the fall of January. I will be doing a video for that. I think I might just do them separately as you notice, things keep changing very rapidly as the energy is shifting in the people. I feel like we're all changing our thoughts and then changing how we are making this whole thing be created. Now also with Pisces on the 29th, with Pisces is involved with like the underworld, and when I think of underworld, I'm thinking of Travis Scott. That I know I said this is raw and I don't do any small talk here, but what happened with Travis Scott's concert, I feel like there's two things that's either going to come out into the open on the 29th, or they're going to lock it up with the restrictions. Something's going to be said around that, but that kind of underworld feel, everything, I feel like everything, and this is like, it's a slow process. It's a very slow process, but it's something that we've got to go through. For those who know what I'm talking about, you know, but it's something that we got to go through, pulling out the weeds to make the change. Like, the change is better. The change that is coming is so much more better, but I do feel, I feel like there's two worlds coming. I don't know why I keep saying that, but we're kind of on one phase, we've got the Mad Max world, and the other phase, we've got this love and light and hippie state. And you think of, what was that? During a pandemic, there was a thing called, oh my goodness, I'm completely going blank, so maybe I'm not meant to say it. The Woodstock, that was during a pandemic. So I'm feeling, you know, the energy is still the same. But I'm on a lot of telegrams, and I just keep reading the comments and reading the fear and reading what these people who are good people and they're wanting to make changes, but they're also creating such an energy fear where everyone wants to pack up and do a Mad Max style. Like, that's what they're saying. They're drawing that in. And I'm just like, you know what? You're drawing this in, you're manifesting this. And you're manifesting this in, you know, a group of 50,000 people at the moment. So every thought that you hold in your mind does come to some form. And that's something you've really got to remember. You've really got to hold on to that and just know that what you think comes to form. So you're creating the reality you want to create for yourself. All right. That message just came completely from source. Let's pull some cards. 27th to the 31st. New Year's Eve. 27th to the 31st. And I didn't realise I had that other phone in here with us. Making little, see, we got the Knight of Wands. I'm just going to pull them like a... It's big because I got the camera on. So I'm going to pull what I normally do for a reading without even meaning to. Okay. Now I just wanted some confirmation. And using 2 oracle decks together just to see. The Moonchild keeps popping up. And Divine Wisdom. There we go. I'm going for a few. Bear with me if you're on the podcast. I'm acting like it's just a YouTube channel and I'm sorry, but I will pop this up on YouTube as well. After, it's just quicker for me to get the information out on the podcast. So... I love this, I love this, I love this. You know what? I have had a bit of time off. 3 days, 4 days of no readings during Christmas. So I stacked them up. I really stacked them up. That card wanted to come out. That was on the bottom, so we'll leave them. And this deck was just like, do me. Okay. I'm hearing you. And I'm loving it. 2 are coming out. Alright, beautifuls. Let's leave the oracle and jump straight into. We've got Divine Wisdom, Moonchild, and Knight of Pentacles. So I really feel that Divine Wisdom. See how we got the medical symbolism up the top? I think we know. I think this is really like a trusting in what is right and asking your guides, your God, the universe, whoever your source is, for that wisdom, and let it come through you. Let it speak to you. If you're worried about certain things during this time, I really feel like you need to trust in the higher power and just use your divine wisdom, because source is with you, source is connecting to you, source is speaking through you. Being free. We've got the child and the moon child, and I really feel like staying grounded, connecting to the cycles, and because it has child in it, I think, and I'm being biased and I'm talking about what I'm projecting out into the world of fear, of what I'm worrying about, and that's, you know what, I'm going to be raw, I'm going to be honest, and I don't want them to inject the children. So I think that's going to really, something's going to come out in the next couple of days about it, even more so maybe. And this is going to be like a big focus. But then we got the Knight of Pentacles, which is, and it's around the full moon. So Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is related to earth signs, and just the Knight is coming in kind of like a messenger coming in, and earth is like grounding that energy and protecting and nurturing. It's such a earthy kind of energy. So something divine wisdom, Moonchild, Knight of Pentacles. I think we just really got to trust in the higher source, trust in the higher power. And I feel like the cycle, the continuous cycle that keeps coming in. Now, this is just an open reading. Take what resonates. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the Justice card. We got the Four of Wands, the Page of Discs, Page of Wands, the Hanging Man. And we got the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Sun, Judgment. There's a lot going on. The energy is, we got the playful Knight of Wands, which is heading towards justice. So there is a energy heading towards this fairness, this balance. It's very Pisces. I do feel that energy is very Pisces, with justice and the water, the surrounding of the water. So I guess coming out of that strong Sagittarius fire energy into this water and finding that inner balance. Then we got the Four of Wands, which is again celebrations, a family card. And again, this is like an engagement. So those who are wanting to get engaged or wanting to get that higher, that connection, I do feel that there will be love connections coming, like possible engagements in the next coming days for anyone that is listening. If that is what you have wanted. Now we got the Page of Wands, which is again another message. Being in a situation. Five of Cups. Don't overdo it with the drinking. I don't know why that just said it to me, but Five of Cups is somebody that can get overly emotional if they put them things in the situation. Now there's no Sword card, so even though we did say about how you talk to people, communicate to people, I feel like it's more Mars energy coming in strong, seeing what you want, pausing, taking a pause and stopping, and instead of focusing on what's going on in your head, focusing on what's around you and surrounding you and what support you have around you. We got a beautiful loving energy of the Two of Cups, but then we got the Seven of Wands and the Judgment. And this might be a message of you to let go of the judgment that others, that you may be worried that people are going to be holding judgment towards you. The cards are just saying, no, you know what? It's time for you to shine, step up, own your power. We got the Queen of Swords. She cuts through the bullshit of what she wants and doesn't want. She's pretty raw. She doesn't take crap from anybody. She might come across as cold, but she gets what she wants and she communicates. This is a communication card, Mercury. We've definitely got the strong Mercury energy, but she has that care factor of, you know what, this is what I think is better. Do I need to cut the cords of you because you're not giving me what I want or what I need spiritually? And I think the focus is like spiritually connected. Now, then we got the Seven of Cups, which is the Pisces card. I call this baby the Pisces card. This is like a card, a dreamer. And I think you're really going to be thinking about focusing on, next to the Queen of Wands, focusing on what it is you want. So again, that was the energy of the Pisces and the Jupiter. So making sure that your reality, you stay in reality. Don't get swept up by what's going on around you. And you know what? This is a message. I feel like this message is for me as well, because I am someone who is easily influenced by what's going on around. So I can, being an empath, I get really drawn into what's going on around me, and my emotions will be like all over the place, and I'll be like really angry, and I'll be like how I said about the children, and I'm sticking to what I am, my choice, and I'm fine with that, and I hope anybody else that sticks to their choice, that they're fine with that too. But everything else is just coming up, and it's just like, let it just, I think we all keep asking the question is, why is this coming up? Why is this? Why don't we ask the cards? Why don't we? Why is this coming up? Why is this happening in our time? Like, a part of us, I feel like we're chosen for this. I feel like we're going through this and we are chosen for this, but I just want one card. I do want to ask, why is this happening to us all? Why is this energy coming up? Again, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is about like giving and taking, and the moon, unforeseen events. So why is this coming up? This is coming up. I feel like we're also remembering past life experiences. And I believe in that. If you don't, then that's your choice and the way you look at things. Here we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving and taking, and about money as well. So, somebody's giving too much or somebody's not giving enough, and so again, it's around money. This is all coming up around money. Taking too much and holding off. But it's also about, which side of the fence are you going to sit? Are you going to be the giver or the taker? And I feel like we also need to give from the heart. That is a message that's just downloading. The moon is we talk about the shadow side. I was talking about the shadow ban. I feel like nothing is being shown. And when we think of the sun, the sun shows us things. We forgot to miss. The sun shows us things, but the moon only shows us what it wants to show us. So there's a lot of work. I think there's a lot of work going on underneath, but we're just seeing what's on the surface. Seven of Wands, putting your guard up. Releasing that judgment to give yourself that freedom of bliss, of eternal peace and happiness and childlike, friendly energy. But in order to get that, you need to cut some cords. Queen of Swans. Queen of Swans. Hello. Queen of Swords. I guess, the Queen of Swans is when you think of a swan, and a swan starts off like the ugly duckling story. And this could be like an internal thing that you need to do for yourself. Like any baggage, any thought is holding you back emotionally. And I think that energy is to do with Venus in retrograde as well, like that inner work. And think of, once you get rid of all those things, whether it's negative thoughts, whether it's negative people, that's when the swan comes out and you can be your true self. And that's when you'll be given lots of choices. But just don't fall into the fantasy. Okay, let's move on to, so the moon deck gave us a fiery climax approaches. And I was thinking for the 30th, because what was happening on the 30th? I did write it down, but I didn't write it down. I'm terrible, just give me a sec. 30th, Mercury conjuncts Pluto on the 30th. Ooh. All right, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So Mercury, the communication planet, along with Pluto. Oh, I've got a funny feeling Pluto's controlled by governments, or no, Pluto controls governments. Pluto controls politics, governments, money, sickness is that, and rebirth as well. So let's see what happens on the 30th with that card. And this card wanted to come out. This was on the bottom. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. This one keeps popping up for me. I was literally shuffling the deck and it keeps popping up. So Libra and the Justice card I feel is very balanced. And I feel like the energy is very balanced for this week. And we've got, like I said, there's definitely 100%. There's going to be some more confirmation of engagements, confirmations of, even if it's not like an engagement ring, because I think we're coming out of this materialistic world. Six of Pentacles. I think we're coming out of this materialistic world where, you know, we have been so wrapped up and so spoiled, and so where we love things. We love things. When you think about it, like, yeah, I know that's great. It's great to spoil yourself. It's great to spoil your soul. But then we're getting to this world of we love watching, and I do too. I will admit it too. If I look great in a photo or a video, I'm like, hell, I'm starting to become a narky where, you know, things are materialistic and I love this and I love that. And I'm like, I got to pull myself back. And I'm just like, come on, girl, you know, get back, ground yourself, ground the energy. And I felt like that we're going in that direction with all the TikTok videos, and like I love watching people when they're up there, and I'm like, wow, I wish I had this when I'm 20. But then I'm thinking, when I do my TikTok videos, I know I'm a little bit slower. I might even be dyslexic now that my son's gotten diagnosed with it. I'm thinking 100% because I have so many speech problems. But I'm just like, how long do these people spend on their phones watching themselves? Like it's in your head, it's repetitive, and it's just like, what a fake ass motherfucking world. We're not like that. What happened to connecting? And that's what I'm trying to teach my children, of connecting to people again. And actually, I've noticed that, like, I'm very deep. When I meet people, I've always connected and gotten a really strong bond. If I let somebody in, I will have a very strong bond with them. And I don't want to talk shallow surface stuff. I want to go deep. I've always been a nosy person. Obviously, I'm in the perfect job with my tarot reading, but nosy as in trying to help people and just, you know, watch people grow, watch people shine, and just, I don't know, I just feel like everything's on the surface, and there's so much hurt, there's so much pain, there's so much. I know with myself, when I went through a really dark stage, I was just posting a selfie of myself, and it's like, oh, I got the validation, feel better, but just on the surface level. Deep down, there's more shit going on. And I think, you know, not just to do, maybe there's a feeling for this week, but it's just, I've stopped my thoughts. My thoughts have stopped. But I just feel like that we're coming out of this surface level, and we're gonna start, you know, when this is over, when this bullshit, I feel like down the track, I'm going ahead. That's why I stopped my thoughts, because I'm thinking this isn't just for this week, so don't stress, I'm getting a bit heavy. But we are coming out, because how grateful. But the way to come out of all this shit is to be grateful for what you have and get those reconnections back. the power. We all say the power to the people, but we can't just have the power to the people if we're still going to be those selfish fuckers. Like, anyway, let's go back to the cards. I'm getting heavy. All right. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of the situation, only good will come. I am safe. Louise Hay. Louise Beautiful Hay. Now, she was about 25 years ago. I picked up her first book and I'm like, she would always talk about diseases and how diseases affect from your thoughts. So, okay, I'm going to use my beautiful mama as an example right now. She was riddled with cancer, absolutely riddled. We did the ultrasound and she had cancer even in her pinky toes. There was just covered in black dots. The reason that she had cancer was because she was very internally unhappy. I'm not saying that if you're feeling down, you're not going to get cancer, but it grows. And this is what Louise Hay teaches. She teaches that disease, when you are mentally sick in the mind, which is unhappy thoughts, not saying you're mentally sick, but we all go through this. We think negative thoughts, that's the word. So whenever we're thinking negative thoughts, we're growing something, energy in our body. And this is also to do with chakras and energy flowing, like with your Reiki. Everything is connected. Like when you think of yoga, get the flow, you're getting positive energy by taking deep breaths, you're doing good things for yourself. Now, when you are thinking mentally negative thoughts, every thought, like I said before, from the Course in Miracles, every thought creates form. So, this is saying, again, you are in control. You are in control of your thoughts. You are the only person that is in control and able to say and be healthy and be happy mentally, physically, spiritually. So taking that power back, all is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only God will come. Good God, I am safe. Did you see what I did there? It just flew. I let it flow. I let it come from me, through me. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body. Would you look at this? I'm so glad I filmed this. All right, my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. There you go. 2 of Cups. So find that inner connection. I feel like this week will be a strong week with Pisces because it is a blessing. Jupiter expanding, go out and start doing what the 7 of Cups, what you're fantasizing. And, cutting the cords. I keep saying that, but we want that high love energy of the sun. And the only way we're going to get it is through internally. And I think that is with Venus. I think that we've got 20 more days of Venus coming in direct. Yes, past lovers may come back, whether it's in thoughts or in their thoughts. And maybe take a look with the Hanging Man at the situation instead of feeling like, oh, I wonder if I should go back to this person, or just everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I strongly believe that, and look at that reason to why that happened and what you want to place new seeds. Starseed, what lights you up? And I feel like that has got to do very with the Hanging Man and looking at the direction of what lights you up. what is it that gives you that high vibe energy, and focus on that and sort of ignore what's the Mad Max world. I feel like this message is for me too. Ignoring that Mad Max world and, focus on what lights you up. What is that high vibe energy? What thoughts, if you have a negative thought, how can you change it by focusing on what lights you up? And follow through on that. Our bodies, our emotions are kind of like a beacon, where if you think of something and it doesn't feel that high vibe, it's not vibing with you at all, that is your body telling you, your soul is telling you, your spirit, your God, your guides, that is telling you that, you know what, I've got to maybe change direction. And if it's not your plan to change direction, sometimes the universe has better plans for you. And I feel like trust with that judgment, release the judgment. If it's not the plans of other people, release that judgment. And time to figure out what you want, not what other people want for you. I hope that resonates. The other card we got is Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Is it Queen of Wands? Queen of Swords. Why do I keep saying Queen of Wands? She's a Queen of Swans. So I think removal of what is triggering. And when something or somebody triggers you, sometimes it is a mirror into yourself. Something about yourself that you don't like. For an example, okay, this girl, I was out and this girl, she was dressed very, short skirt was too short, and she was very, very flirty. I found her to be very flirty. And I was just like, oh my God, she was literally, I'm a Sagittarius, so when I think things in my head, they come out. I've got no filter, absolutely no filter. And I was just like, oh my God, like, you're so flirty. And you're just being this, like, maybe you should pull your skirt down. Like, what the hell? And then she looked at me like, oh my God. I think I said, like, I can see your knickers, like. And she just looked at me and she was like, it looked like she was about to cry. And I was just like, oh my God, what have I done? This is not me. What the hell have I done? Anyway, I went up to her afterwards and it was really awkward. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that, and I was avoiding the question. But the reason I said it is because I felt, I don't know, I just felt that I wanted to protect her because I was judging her, and I wanted to protect her because if my skirt was too short, then, all these cheesy old men would fully try and slaze onto me. And I've been in situations where I've been very fortunate that nothing has happened, but it could have happened. And I think I was looking at a reflection of myself in her. And she just said, look, you triggered something in me, because she had actually been sexually abused and she never thought that she had come across like that. So it just kind of like triggered something in her that she was just being herself. She wasn't doing anything wrong. It was completely a mirror of myself and what I was thinking and what I was projecting onto her, which is disgusting. Like, who does that? We're meant to like lift each other up. Anyway, we both hugged and cried, and I just said, and I meant it, not just I'm sorry, but thank you for teaching something in me that I needed to work on. And it released a lot of healing for her, because she felt that after what had happened, she had gone through all this work. So for her not to, get up and punch me in the face for saying that, or scream back at me, like, she thanked me that, she'd been through all this therapy and she was still dealing with what she was going through, that she had realized that, in the old her would have, gone up and said something and reacted in a worse way. So that was a long story, but anyway, let's move on to, so remembering, let's go back, sorry. I'm jumping ahead because I'm wanting to avoid the question again. So mirroring, who or what is triggering you? And if somebody is triggering you, have a look at if there's something within yourself that is unhealed that is triggering you. So something that needs to be healed inside of you could be why the trigger is. Or you need to cut the cords like the Queen of Swans. I'm calling her Queen of Swans now. All right, fellow travelers, support is all around. Again, our guides, people, I'm feeling the connection. It is all around us. So, and we've got nature. I'm feeling like nature. If you're feeling like you don't have support, when you're feeling off, connect with nature and try and reach out to people. Here we got solitude. In silence, peace prevails. In stillness, we receive. And I feel like that's with the Hanging Man. Sometimes you need to stop and be silent and still in order to receive the downloads. Meditate. Stop and pause before you react. From the 27th of December to the 30th. And I feel like that's with Mars's energy, because Mars's energy is very heavy. Then we got wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Again, connecting with the journey. This is a journey. We're all here in this time for this beautiful journey of love and no hate. I think we really need to work on ourselves, and we've become such a hateful people at the moment. Like, we're blaming everybody as, things are evolving. Is that the word? But we're starting to blame everybody, and we're starting to not focus on the good. So I feel like, trust in the journey and just know that, I forgot one more card, but just know that everything comes out. Truth always comes out. So we don't need to figure out right now what's going on, but right now we need to figure out within ourselves in order to see what's happening around and outside. We need to go dig deep. So I feel that energy is with Venus in retrograde, digging deep within ourselves to find out what's going on. Now the last card which I've got, when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're given these blessings. That's another big, and I'm glad I filmed this because so you can see the cards that do come out. So when I surrender my will to the care of the spirits and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So attune your thoughts, attune your thought energy. Thoughts are energies, and just focus on what you want. Stop, don't focus on the negative. Let that unravel, because I feel like that word is unraveling. I feel like there's many blessings. There's beautiful blessings from the 27th. And just enjoy the journey. Here we got a fox. Now the fox is energy. When we think of the fox and we got the compass, like connect to nature. Foxes just do their own thing. Do your own thing. Do what feels right for you and what connects for you. All right, 44 minutes. I'm going to cut it short. Take what resonates. I will be back in January. Oh my goodness. I am still very off with the fairies. I'm going back to meditate and do what feels good for me and my family and anyone else that wants help or connecting. Do connect. And I'm making these as well. I'm loving these. These are very cute. Maybe I'll close my eyes. You can't see that I'm closing. Oh, we have got this one is, I don't know if you can see this one. Sort of see it. It's beautiful. It is a phantom quartz. It's got a few things going on. So phantom quartz is again the Venus energy of diving in deep and healing the unhealed wounds. So this is something that I'm doing. It's like very meditative. Can you see the light? I'm not sure if you can see through it. It's a very meditative. Can you see? I'm trying to show. I can't really see because my window is really, and for those on the podcast, I'm just flashing a crystal to YouTube's channel, which I will upload that after. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back in January. I'll try for the 1st of January and I'll try and do a monthly one. Let's have a look. Let's dive deep. I really want to look at 6 months and just have a look at predictions on what's going on, because I really want to know. I want to know what's going on, and it's honestly out of fear. Something that I haven't looked at. I wanted to avoid it. I wanted to put it under the rug. I did have a look in early 2020 and things were not bad. So I knew that we were coming out, but then something really heavy came down and I was just like, what is this? The world's just going mad, and I feel like I'm like in the middle and just sort of doing my own thing. Nothing's really changing for me. I'm not really letting it affect me unless I choose to. If I have to unplug from all those telegrams sometimes because I'm just like, whoa, okay. My heart starts racing if I read something that I don't think is right, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I need a big spiritual detox, do a bit of Reiki and just play my tunes and taking a deep breath, and then I have a look at my beautiful views, or go up to the forest or the beach, and then just remember you're on this big beautiful planet. You're looking up at the stars and the moon, and just remember that we're okay, we're gonna be fine. All right, beautifuls, connect with Mother Nature, connect with your source, and have trust and have faith. Love and light.